Whether you crave action-adventure from Spike Lee, existential horror from Jordan Peele, or non-stop laughs from Judd Apatow, here's what you should be watching in June.
I gotta tell my mom you tried to drown me.
To the above ground pool, you're like 8 feet tall.
On this IMDbrief, we take a look at the most anticipated streaming titles for June 2020. Let's start things off on a bit of a somber note as Netflix's hit series 13 Reasons Why returns on June 5th for its fourth and final season. The show is based off the book of the same name and follows the interconnected lives of students at Liberty High after the suicide of classmate Hannah Baker and the murder of Bryce Walker. If you haven't watched the first 3 seasons, make sure to grab a box of tissues and get ready to ugly cry your way into the 4th chapter.
I was just trying to do the right thing.
Now wipe away those tears because on June 12th, 3 brand new films are available for an all-day movie marathon. Up first on Netflix is the newest Spike Lee joint, The Five Bloods, which follows a group of Army veterans who return to Vietnam to find the remains of their squad leader played by Chadwick Boseman, and a hidden treasure.
We bury it. Later on, we come back and collect.
The heavy and often humorous potential Oscars contender stars acting vets like Delroy Lindo and Isaiah Whitlock Jr., as well as relative newcomer Jonathan Majors from The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Pleasure to meet you.
Up next is The King of Staten Island from director Judd Apatow. Pete Davidson co-wrote and stars in this semi-autobiographical comedy available on VOD June 12th. The coming-of-age tale follows a dopey man-child in his mid-20s who comes to terms with the death of his father while living with his mom, Spider-Man's aunt and Oscar winner Marissa Tomei.
I'm gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
Artemis Fowl is the 3rd movie to stream on June 12th and will be available on Disney+. The new family-friendly film from director Kenneth Branagh, based on an 8-volume fantasy series, tracks a 12-year-old criminal mastermind squaring off against a secret society of mythical creatures to save his father, played by Colin Farrell.
All right. Save my father. Save the world.
If you want to keep the family-friendly film fest rolling on, then look no further than Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2, available for free on IMDb TV in June. The animated comedies follow the food-related exploits of inventor Flint Lockwood, voiced by Bill Hader, who is joined by an amazing cast including Anna Faris, Andy Samberg, and Neil Patrick Harris, who plays a monkey named Steve.
Is that a monkey thought translator?
Short films like Soulmates and the 4th episode of The Mandalorian prove that Bryce Dallas Howard takes after her dad Ron when it comes to directing. That's why we're excited for the collaboration with her old man on the documentary titled Dads. The Apple TV Plus film, available just in time for Father's Day on June 19th, follows the duo as they speak with famous funny men like Judd Apatow, Jimmy Kimmel, and Patton Oswalt about being dads.
What is dad with his kids?
Let's wrap things up with some good old scary fun with the 2nd season of Jordan Peele's reboot of The Twilight Zone. Each episode of the anthology series follows a different tale of terror, intrigue, or science fiction with stars like Billy Porter, Joel McHale, and Jimmy Simpson. The next batch of spooky stories will be available on CBS All Access on June 25th.
Landing at the truth this time will require an unscheduled stopover in the Twilight Zone.
Make sure to add these shows and movies to your watch list. For more titles to stream and trending stories, stay glued to imdb.com/imdbrief.